We're now ready to move on to our third one, which is one of my favorites, and it's novelty. The human brain naturally remembers things that are off the wall, unexpected, unusual. If we were doing a lesson about fire safety and I walked into class dressed as a firefighter, the kids would remember that for the rest of their lives because it's just not something they would expect to see. It captures attention, and emotion drives attention, and attention drives learning. So if the kids have that emotional connection to something that's novel, it becomes very powerful, and they can do that when they're learning something. One wonderfully novel strategy is another one that I showed in the video at Back to School Night. It's called Fact in My Pocket. Usually you don't walk around school with math facts in your pocket. So if you find that there are 2 math facts that are really hard for you for the quiz that you're going to be taking that Friday, you could write one down on a card, put it in one pocket, take another, put it in another pocket, and then a couple times during the day, you just take it out, you look at it, take out the other one, look at it, and if you do that at recess, if you do it at lunch, if you do it later on, chances are you're going to remember it because the novelty has a very powerful effect on learning. You see this poor fellow, the expression on his face says it all. He forgot his fact in his pocket. He blew an opportunity that day to learn his math facts, and he feels very bad about that. So that is one example of novelty. Another example, and there are tons of them, and the kids can come up with them as well as anybody, is if you're studying science and you need to learn the chemical symbols for certain elements. I got this from an episode of Facts of Life, by the way, when I was a kid. Yes, I did watch that show. Natalie had to learn her chemical symbols, and she had to learn that AU is a symbol for gold. So she pretended that somebody took her gold watch and he was running away, and she said, AU, come back with my gold watch. So she associated the AU with the gold. So it's an easy, novel strategy. So anytime something proves to be a little stubborn when learning it, flashcards don't seem to do the trick, maybe another strategy doesn't seem to do the trick, you can just have a little fun, get silly, come up with something novel, and maybe that will lead to some great learning. I mean, if I remember that episode from a lot of years ago, it tells you that it's a pretty good strategy. So that is novelty.